Okay, in this video we are going to discuss how to check normality by using some z-scores. Z-scores here means we are going to divide the skewness and Kurtosis values by their standard errors. It's that simple. Don't forget that we are using a selected data. Okay, let me check it. Yes, we are considering the students whose math scores in between 5 and 14. Okay, we are happy with that. And now, let's go back to descriptives, frequencies, and let us check the social studies, basic statistics. Like, I need to use skewness and Kurtosis. That's it, it's enough. So I go to frequencies, let me remind you, and then I click statistics, and then skewness and Kurtosis, because I'm going to make use of these two measures. Well, when we look at the graph, when we look at the chart or table, let's say, you see that the skewness value is 0.398. Please write somewhere this value. And the standard error of this is, no, this was the standard error, yeah. The skewness value, I'm correcting it, is 0.083. And you're going to divide this value by its standard error, which is 0.398. And then for Kurtosis, we got 0.155, which should be divided by 0.778. And first of all, let us compute these two measures, Z for skewness and Z value for Kurtosis. This will enable us to find out the normality, or checking the normality. Please take a calculator, or let me open a calculator, because we have here, it's ready to be used. Where is it? Just let me find it. We need a calculator. Yes. Okay, let me put it aside. Well, first of all, let us find the Z value for skewness. 0.083 should be divided by, I'm going to divide it by its error, which is 0.398. What is the result? Good. Please note this value somewhere. It is 0.21. If you round this value, it's going to be 0.21. Good. Now, let us perform almost the same thing for Kurtosis. Now, this time, what is the Kurtosis value? 0.155, which should be divided by 0.778. Okay, what we get? 0.19. Okay, very nice. This is for Kurtosis. Well, let me open you a good article that tells something about how are we going to interpret those results in terms of normality, of course. Okay, this is a good article. You can find it by using Google. Statistical notes for clinical researchers, and it's really focused on normal distributions by using skewness and Kurtosis. Okay, let me check. Well, West et al. 1996 proposed some techniques of finding that. You see that these are the formulas for skewness, Z skewness and Z Kurtosis scores. If you are working with small samples, like n is less than 50, then when you perform that calculations that we had up to that point, then the absolute 196, you shouldn't exceed this value. Okay? Of course, you're going to think the absolute of that. If you are in between 50 and 300, you're going to consider 329, and if it is larger than that, then you're going to, I'm preferring to use this value again, okay, to be more precise. Now, in order to be more and more precise, I suggest you to use that one, 196. And also let me show you the reference of West et al. This is a good article. Please find and read it. And let's go back to the data. Yeah. Let me remind you the S value, skewness Z was 0.21, which is in between the region 1.96 or minus 1.96. Both of the measures coming from Z skewness and Z kurtosis are in between 1.96. So there is no problem in terms of normality. Let's check the histogram. You see, it's perfectly symmetric. That's the way of checking normality by using skewness and kurtosis values. Thank you very much.